what do you do to train your team on dealing with diversity within your communities?
It's a great question, and we do live in such a diverse area. If there is a melting pot in this country, it is Washington, D.C., and we really see it in our communities, and it's very interesting. It's in pockets. You'll have pockets where you have this very large Asian population of residents, and then other pockets with a lot of Latinos and others with a lot of African Americans, and what we want. And this is really good business. This is not necessarily to serve a diversity goal. It's really to serve a service goal with our residents. And so we have been able to hire people to work at those properties that, for instance, speak Korean. In Fairfax County is a very large Korean population. And so our assistant manager, who's been at the property for 10 years now, is Korean, and one of our lead service technicians is also Korean, and so it's been very helpful in running our businesses because we've been able to train our residents on how to work within their apartment as it relates to appliances and that sort of thing. They've been able to communicate with us when they've had issues, and so we've done that at all of our communities. We have communities that have strong Middle Eastern populations, and we have fluency in those communities. And so sometimes you even hire your residents, and that can be helpful. So that sort of creates, it's sort of serving two purposes. You're creating more diversity in your company, but you're really serving your customers, and that is our first and primary goal. So that's been helpful. One of the other things that we do at Bozzuto is we have a very strong referral program, an employee referral program, and we have a very diverse population. When I looked at our current statistics to see how we broke down from an employee perspective, and 58% of our employees are minorities, which was sort of surprising to me, but those are the numbers. And that may be because we have such a strong employee referral program. And this is something that we did back before the bad times. There were good times. So you have to remember, after these good times, there are going to be bad times again. But during the good times, when you couldn't hire, we had something like less than 2% unemployment in Washington, and we couldn't get anyone interested in working in the apartment business. And so we said, well, our best hope is our current employees who were happy. We had high retention rates. And so we told them, I believe our referral program is something like $1,000 or $1,500 per an employee. We pay a third of that when they start, and then we pay 2/3 of it on their 1-year anniversary. And that's been a very successful program, and we've continued it even during these sort of higher periods of unemployment when we didn't necessarily need to do that. It was bringing such quality people into the organization, we decided to just go with it. And that created more diversity because our South American employees were bringing their cousins and their brothers and their sisters in. We also embrace nepotism. We're a family organization, so we have everyone's kids and cousins and uncles, and you just can't work with a family member. That's the only rule. Even Tom Bozzuto's son, works for somebody else in the organization. So that sort of continued to bring more diversity into our company, which was great for the guys from Sierra Leone. I have several employees from Sierra Leone. It's a war-torn country. They're just so happy to be in this country, in a company that's taking care of them, where they really see a future, and they were bringing their very best referrals into the organization. Our business is, and I don't need to tell you this, you're all HR professionals, but we grow people. We start people that we often will take unskilled labor and turn them into skilled labor. We start leasing consultants and then turn them into property managers, then regional managers. So we are really a sort of homegrown industry. And by bringing in people from all over the world who are just, reaching for this American dream of working for a company that will take care of them, we win at the end of the day. And so we've found that just those few things have been really effective. And we did one other thing a couple of years ago that people are still talking about. We, like Camden, have these big events every year. big annual awards events, and we invite every single employee in the company. We have the ability to do that because we're geographically very central, and we have about 900 employees in total. And I sent an email out to the field, and I said, I want to know every country that's represented in our company. Every country. And so, of course, I got lots of emails back, and we found that we had employees from 53 different countries. And so we dedicated our event to a celebration of culture. And it was during one of the Olympics. And so we bought a flag for every single country that was represented. We had it in downtown D.C. We've had every flag represented. And then we encouraged people to wear, if they were Indian, if they wanted to wear saris or to wear anything from their country that would be something that they might wear to a big event. And then, this got a little hokey, but they loved it. So then we, during the opening, we played the Olympic theme, and we listed all the companies, and we showed the flags on a big screen, and everyone got to stand up. And it was very powerful and very moving, and people were so proud to represent their country in their new home. And people are still talking about that now, and I noticed even at this year's event, some of our employees from these countries still wear their saris to their events because they feel like we are embracing their culture, and I think that just, again, builds and is good for our industry.